Hello and welcome to Lady Valrith Games. I'm Lady Valrith, and we have
Alice.
and we have a new person behind the camera. His name is Steve. Say hello, Steve.
Hello.
Today we are going to open up the second package of the Combat Patrol magazine. So yeah, this is what we're going to be doing today, and then we're basically reacting on it. All right. Oh, looks like we might have accidentally opened another one up. Oh, clippers. There we go.
Ooh.
One of the free gifts. One of the free gifts.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
glad those
See?
came in.
We get a set of clippers in here. Let's see.
I think that's, what is that?
We get the clippers here. So yeah, these you use for clipping your sprues. You know, models off the sprues.
Those are nice.
Very useful
Very
tool
handy.
right there.
Very handy, I bet.
I now have 3 of them.
There you go.
Oh no, I mean, the more you have, the better off you're going to be. So let's see. This is issue number 4. This is issue number 5.
This is the paint and the paintbrush.
Yep. 4, 5, 3, and
2, I think, right?
6.
6.
So-
on the bottom.
Let's go here. You know, I mean, looks like we've got. Oh, these are the Space Marine. Infernus. Marine.
Yeah, Infernus Marine.
These are the Infernus Marines. So.
Those are
And then
cool.
4. This is where we get our first paint.
Paints.
We get.
The reds, the blue, and
You
the.
can see we get the. I know the name. McCrag Blue. Then we get
It's right here.
Wraithbone.
Wraithbone, yeah.
And then this one is the Baraka Nar Burgundy.
Ooh, that's a pretty
Yep.
tell.
And the starter brush. I mean, that's actually another really good thing. The value on these might seem high, but when you look at everything that you're getting paints. And these paints in my area are running basically $4.99, which is $5 plus tax. Very worth what we're getting. The starter brush, yeah, I mean, that's another really huge advantage is you get these items that are going to help you along in this whole process. You know, then in this one, this is the Special Marine,
And then we have all the dice
and then
right here.
and then
That
yes,
comes with the
these
dice.
are the rest of the dice. You got a full set of 12.
12 with what?
Yeah.
Within a whole.
Yeah, for playing the game, you end up with 12.
Yeah.
So it's basically like, oh, if you're playing against another person, you know, then it's 6 dice each. When you get more people, I mean, as in people, as in your little miniatures, your models, you know, then you're going to start ending up with more and more dice.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a huge brick of 5 Infernus Marines, that's a lot of shots.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the end, you're gonna need your own decent brick of dice.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'm learning a lot of new terminology just by watching.
Videos.
Yeah, like Ian's of Battle, Miniac.
These are the
Yeah.
those mini terror.
Nope, that's
Those are these guys, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
That's
these guys. Those
this
are
guy.
That's this
Barb
guy.
gun. Yeah.
Oh, you got a hair in there.
Oh, but yeah, these are barb guns.
Ooh, those are gonna be nice. Those are gonna be
Yeah,
cool to paint.
yeah,
Those are
they're
gonna be cool to
a
paint.
really nice model. But yeah, you will have.
Would you say
lots-
they're a little tricky to put together, or are they pretty simple?
No, they're 3 parts.
3 parts. Oh, so it's
3,
pretty
4.
simple.
Well, yeah. So
Pretty
you
simple
got.
then.
Here's one part.
Oh yeah.
And
So you have
then-
1, 2, and then the other part.
then
is
you
on the
got
other
your,
side. Your third hole on the other side.
Yep, and then you have the legs, so that's
Yeah.
3, and then you got the big giant gun, which is 4.
Yeah,
I mean,
4. Yeah. So
Hey.
it's a decent put together.
yeah, and they are quick to put together.
cool.
But I would definitely suggest
Just the
keeping the big gun here off, So
Until
you
the
can
very
paint
last.
it
Yeah, for
and
the
paint
very
it.
last.
You know, so you're painting all the body.
Yeah,
because that was the one mistake
And then
that
when
I
I do the
did.
gun, then when we do the gun, we can paint that separately, and then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I
See,
accidentally.
at least now you know.
Yeah, yeah.
least now you
This is
know.
the type. Yeah, with my experiences that I've done, you coming in,
Mm-hmm.
I can go. Yeah, this is what I wished I had done, and you know,
Like, so we
gives
could
you
make-
that
make this,
gives you
like,
that leg
yeah,
up
yeah.
that I
didn't
didn't
have.
have, and I.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to get the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
See, at least
Barbgons.
now we know.
Now in 7 and 8, we'll get.
We'll get the rest of those Tyranids.
Yeah,
The rest of those two
yep.
groups of Tyranids, which
Yep,
would be
yep,
nice.
yep. That's the
That's these guys.
Termagants.
Termagants. These guys,
yeah,
right?
yeah, those are Termagants.
That's these guys.
Yeah. And then in
That's these guys.
this one, yeah, see,
Yeah,
we're gonna
it's
get
It's the last two of. It's the last
10
of these guys.
Termagants
Yeah.
and the Ripper Swarm.
Yeah.
So
those
yeah,
are the two. And the Ripper Swarm.
yeah, I don't, I will never put a Ripper Swarm in my army.
No, I won't. But
But
it's
yeah,
nice to actually just have the model just to have the model.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, even though you don't use it, it's still nice to actually have
Oh, yeah, yeah.
have the models and
Yeah.
because they're nice model to look. There's something to look at.
The Ripper
not really.
Swarm,
No.
not really. I mean,
They're just they're
Ugh,
there. I mean,
see?
this is just small
yeah. I mean, compared to
compared to something like that.
that, the abilities that this has,
Very limited.
yeah, and this
Plus,
has got a
these things are
distance.
very weak. I mean, one hit and those things are pretty much dead.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like,
this is a one
you know-
hit. I think this is 2, but I don't.
But
I
just
can't
like-
say for
but
certain.
I'm just saying these are very weak.
Oh yeah,
These things are hugely weak. They're like
Yeah.
the worst in all of it.
yeah.
For me, they're just kind of
But yeah,
I wouldn't really use them in a battle, but
Yeah.
I probably would just kind of.
It's like-
I'd have them like on my just for display.
yeah. Now the Von Ryan Sleepers, which was in 2, issue 2, those are great models.
Yeah.
And they do have a decent attack and speed, toughness. I do believe they have, what was it, 3 or 4 attacks. I'm going
They're
low,
great models though.
but I'm pretty sure it's a lot higher. But I'm just going to say at least 3 or 4 attacks per model. So
Ooh, I see what you mean.
yeah, I accidentally.
accidentally split that one.
Split that one.
That.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's fine.
yeah. But as a whole,
I-
and even
as a-
these,
These are gonna be nice.
if you look at each one of these,
Little backdrop
Covers.
Covers, yeah.
I mean, the artwork is absolutely phenomenal. I love.
And these would be nice to put like on the
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
wall.
They actually, I do believe, disc plates. I just found out about
These
them
would be-
recently,
yeah, these would
but
be
they
cool.
do. Disc
But-
plates does pictures on metal,
Nice.
and
That
and you
would
can
be fun.
stick
That
the
would be-
magnet like
That
on
would
the
be
wall
fun.
and stuff like that.
That would be fun to put up on the wall and just kind of have them.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
The image on the starter box. They
Has it,
have
all that?
They have it in a 5, I think, 5 disc plate of that scene separated out. Absolutely
That's cool.
fantastic. I know I've seen that one on the yeah. But yeah, the artwork, it's absolutely gorgeous. You get a look at how these are done, and the sculpts of each model is very cool. I mean, the details that you
I
can
love the
see here.
details.
I
I love the details. I mean, look at that.
they're absolute.
They're
and when you get to
gorgeous.
paint them,
They're an interesting paint. They're good paint.
yeah, I mean, with these
Plus,
guys,
you can get the paint on pretty easily. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like it doesn't.
yeah,
know.
lead belts here across the metal,
Yeah.
and then I used Agrax Earthshade and Gnome Oil first, and then the Agrax over the top, and it gave me this kind of slightly rusted industrial metal look,
Yeah.
which I learned that recipe off of the app for paint. And that's a handy tool.
Yeah.
I do think you
Yeah, I will.
should look at that
I
because
will definitely.
those have such. If you want to follow the art for the for what it is, it's a great way to learn how to paint.
Yeah.
I don't have all those paints, but through
a
this
great way.
process,
You learn
we will end up
with all
with several paints and even some shades. And I don't know about contrast, but I think we might be getting a couple contrast paints in here
I
as
like
well.
the details on
yeah,
this,
this,
though.
is,
I mean, look
this
at
is
this.
that picture that I was talking about.
This is a nice detail right here.
Yeah. This here
That
is a
Yeah.
big image. I mean, I
That's
have
cool.
that. I have this image here.
image here on the box. On the,
Yeah, on the
box.
boxes. I mean, this is the starter box. This is how they're introducing it. This is their introduction cover.
Nice.
For all of the big boxes, and it's an absolutely gorgeous picture. It's got depth. It's got action.
Yes.
You know,
It's
you
got everything.
Yeah, you know, and you get to see what's happening, and the artists. Oh my
I
gosh,
mean,
these
look at the
artists! are
details. I
absolutely-
mean, look at this. The back where you can see all the all the
Yeah,
limbs
chips.
and trees and all the chips and stuff. And
Yeah.
you can like for instance, you can see the bullets flying and the actual details of the bullets flying in the background. You can see the trajectory and stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, yeah.
wow. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
Even way back here, you got the trajectory of the bullets. Look at that.
and the
then
sword here.
Exactly, the details of the sword is like whoa.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
That's
I mean, even here, look. I mean, the details here on the actual like limbs and stuff.
well, it's like if you look at
It
the
looks
human
real-
fingernail,
It looks like it
the
looks
growth.
realistic.
Yeah.
I'm saying it looks realistic. Is what
Yeah,
it looks.
yeah, and that's
And I
what
love
you,
that.
and that's when you work these sculpts out. You can try and learn how to do that
Yeah,
yourself.
but I'm just like, I love how it looks realistic. How realistic the paint job looks.
Excuse me, I
Caught mouth.
yes, a little dry. Water,
Right.
always a good thing to have around.
Always.
But yeah, that's that one. And since we are here, let's move 4, 5, and 6 out of the way, and we will actually continue to open up
Three.
issue number 3. And yeah, this one, as I said, this one's got the Infernus Marines in it, and these are actually a really fun sculpt. I now have my own person. Well, I believe I've got 15, no, 16.
16.
Because I did buy.
An extra. You bought an extra one, right?
No,
Or-
I actually got an extra one from the Warhammer
Oh yeah.
store itself.
Yeah. So you went out to the Warhammer store and back to the 61.
And
But
well,
don't
no,
forget,
there.
forget that one.
And this is a 30 millimeter base.
I think.
Yeah, I do believe so. Yeah, that's a 30
30
millimeter.
millimeter. Yeah. I love how it has the 2 holes for this
Well, there's only one.
one hole, but I like the stand, the way the stand looks. That's pretty cool.
And yeah, I mean it's pretty standard.
Yeah, I
and
like
it's
it.
plug and play. You know,
That's pretty
it's
standard.
where you can just plug it together. Now, on these, there is one model that I've actually broke the arm in building it twice by nipping off where I shouldn't have. So it was like,
Now you
I
at
was
least-
not happy with myself on
At
that.
least now you know.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah.
got a nip for the
No.
next one, for this one.
But yeah, I mean, see, there's the sculpts on these, the chest plate, the
I
Aquila.
love the details though.
Yeah, they're great. They're great details. You know, and these are primary Space Marines too. They are not firstborn, which is basically back where it was
Yeah.
8th edition back. Because
Yeah.
I think primaries came out. I don't know for certain, but I'm gonna say 9th edition easily.
Okay.
Or at least that's where I think so. So yeah, as a whole, this is that, and then we have underneath. Oh, hey, data cards.
Yeah, finally.
We get data cards for Barbgonser 2, 6, toughness 4. So yeah, I wasn't too far off.
No, you weren't too far.
Their attacks is a D6. Yeah.
These ones are D6s, D6 plus.
Oh, the Termagants. I was way up. I was too high. They got 1 attack.
Yeah, one attack, and they're not that good. Like I
No, and then you got your Terminator
probably-
squad. You got your Librarian and Terminator armor. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's that section.
These are the ones that you.
You
said-
want to pop them out for your,
This one's. I like this guy.
Yeah, and then here we have.
Pop them out.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's okay. Those can sit on the floor. Then we have for the winged Tyrannid Prime and his abilities. He's the one that's got the 6 attack.
Yeah.
And then
He's
you
got the
have the
huge
Von
attack.
Ryan's Leapers. That's a 6 attack. You know, so these are the cards that you need for the models that you're building. The Infernus Squad. See, they have close combat 3. So yeah, I was correct with 1, but
With
their
1.
ranged
Yeah.
it's either a 1 or a D6. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, and looks like we have our first
Parts of the game board.
yeah, that we can sit down. These are supposed to be the terrain.
Yeah.
So
the
this
terrain,
is
there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, we'll get to learn how to use these.
Yes.
You
That's
know?
gonna be fun.
Yeah, and then the actual Combat Patrol magazine itself. I will reach around here, grab something real quick.
Your most handy tool for these.
Yeah.
The handiest tool you ever get.
All right, we're gonna first do. This, because I've seen others that are when you get the magazine, the holes tend to rip out, and so if we do this, we might be able to save those holes a bit from ripping out the rest of the magazine. I should have, you know.
Yeah.
Almost ready. There we go. Now, let's see if this opens up decently. There's that one. Not quite. Almost. But yeah, then we have how to build the Infernus Marines. And yeah, you really do have to follow the instructions on these. Because
Yeah.
you can't just toss them in willy-nilly.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it's like, oh yeah, kind of screw them up. But yeah, they're a great build.
Yeah.
They're
They're a fun build.
yeah, and they do go quick.
Yeah.
You know, and I will suggest again, like I've done, you know, I've put them all together and painted them,
Yeah.
which can be done quite easily, but it can also be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But I'd still rather just be able to get them done.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm trying to find the one that caused me the issues. I think it.
What was it? One of the arms?
Yeah, the arm comes in on one side. I think it's this one here. Yeah. Anyway, one of the arms is just kind of really strange to put it in,
Yeah.
and and I'd broken it a couple of times. The first 2 times when I went to put it together, it was like I nipped something off or something like that and didn't see it. Here we are for Hive Worlds, Forge Worlds, Aggro Worlds, and Shrine Worlds. And then we get into some of the Space Marines at War. And these are all Ultramarines, which is what's being painted for the Combat Patrol here. The others are being Leviathan Hive Fleet. There we go. Here's more of the art, armor, Vanguard, armor support companies. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, hell, get Gilliman for your group.
Oh yeah.
He's the Primarch.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That one. Even I want to buy the model just to build
build
and
it?
own. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The idea of owning all the Primarch.
Models.
Yeah, would be fun.
Right.
But there's one model that I mean, it just came out. You haven't seen it, but it's the new Fulgrim model.
Cool.
The wings on it just don't feel right. You know, yeah. In my opinion, they don't look right. They don't look composed well.
Yeah.
But for the 30K version, his wings are stretched way out behind him, and it's very an action and motion type of deal, and I like that kind of pose. So yeah, I mean, for me, that's what I would change on the new Fulcrum model. And then you have Deep Strike. Now, Deep Strike is an absolutely wonderful ability.
Yeah.
You get to drop in, and here we go. Let's see. Well, Terminator armor, Deep Strike, he gets, but it's like, what is it? 3 or 6? It's 3 or 6 inches from the objective, but you can't, that you have to be away from.
Yeah.
You can't just drop right in on top of them.
On top of them.
You know,
like you can with some of them.
No.
You can't really.
It used to be that you could drop in almost on top of them back in like 3rd edition, but that was
That was way back then.
Yeah, it was very different. It was and it's fun. I'm looking at hopefully getting more 3rd edition codexes because it's a unique in my book. It's the one where it's when I started, and I've got that codex for my first army, which are the Drukhari. Unfortunately, they don't get a combat patrol in this. That would have been fun.
I know, right?
But they, oh my gosh, do they need a refresh? They took one of our best models and put it into Legends, the Tantalus. It's like, we don't have a big tank anymore, because that's what it was. It was a big giant tank that floated, and it was a really nice vehicle. You get 16 people in it.
Nice, like 16, like actual, like.
The rule was it was holding 16, and then
Nice.
So it had you had the ability of
holding a little
deck
extra.
fire.
Yeah.
Which means that on the deck, those 16 people, if they have weapons to shoot, they got it. So I'm like, I was, for my strategy, it's like, okay, have them there. And then I learned another strategy from Scary on YouTube. Another great person to watch if you're a Drukhari fan. Shout out to him. Is he put Archon and Court of the Archon, which is 4 different models, and they each have unique abilities. So between those two, you already got your tank, those 2 units. And then you add in a squad of 10 Coprolites, then you're pretty much doing some really good damage across the board.
Yeah.
You use the splinter cell one.
What is this one?
This is for naming units and their epitaph, stuff like that.
Oh,
and then this is cleanse, purge, kill. That's pretty much everything that. It's kind of what do I want to say?
How do you want to word it, though? That's the thing.
The God Emperor of mankind in this era.
Yeah, that thing.
He's like a totalitarian almost. It's a very authoritarian regime for the world. It's well, we've got those all. See, here we go. We got these all ready.
Let me see. I like how they have the little numbers and
toughness
and
save,
health.
wounds.
Yeah.
All of that
cool.
stuff.
That's pretty cool for them.
And then we have
all those.
the cards.
Yep.
So there's your Wing Tyranid Prime, Captain and Terminator, Infernus, Von Ryan's Leapers, the Librarian, Terminator, Termagants, Barbgants. There we go. Now you have
them all in order.
Well, yeah. Let's have the 2 together as one.
Yep.
And then you have all these. We'll get to fixing those out.
Yeah.
Then it goes into your mission, cleanse, purge, kill. So those top cards are what we try and destroy here.
Yeah.
And then the play mat is tucked away as well.
But
And then this is how you're supposed to set them up.
yeah.
And then
And you're supposed to have it like that, and then on the back when you're playing, you just flip it over and
and
find
then
out
it's
what-
dead.
Yeah.
And then this is the in-furnace deployment zone.
Yep.
And then it doesn't show where the large infestation sites. So I'm going to assume that these are your points of sending out critters.
Sending out
Yeah,
these guys.
yeah, anything like that.
Yeah.
And then the turn and movement and how that stuff works and goes through.
Nice. And then all the different dice and what is that
Workout.
how things work and
Yeah,
how
yeah,
the
it
rolling
gives
of the
you-
dice works.
Yeah, it gives
That's
you the
pretty
rules.
nifty. Yeah, that's nifty on how the dice work and stuff.
Yeah,
Dice rules.
and then
Rules of the dice.
it gives you Tyranid victory.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a neat little piece. That's a neat little pice.
Oh, yeah, that would be one. That's
That would be
one of
this guy,
those
one of
right
these.
there.
That's cool though that they
Yeah,
made that in a model form.
I think they do somewhere. It's like
That would
lost
be
in
nice though.
translation.
I'm saying that would be nice though.
And then here's your Infernus
see.
Marines right here. See, that's that kind of
The
metal, but
metal
mine's a little darker.
darker.
Yeah, mine looks
Could
a
you
little
get
rusted.
it a little lighter like that? Or you'd have to do something to it, right, to get it that light?
That's in the if you want to get it like
Like that, you'd have to add something to it.
I believe that's just Agrax, a shade over the top of Lead Belcher. I mean, I really do believe that's what it is, just Agrax over Lead Belcher. And then
That
because
would
you
be
got
nice,
the
though.
base
I like-
underneath is
I
black.
Like that. I like that though. I like that color. It's a nice kind of like
like
an
the
old
base.
rustic color. Huh?
I don't like the base. It should
Well-
be black.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's just what they did for the. That's just what they did for the magazine. I mean, you can paint. You can have the base whatever color you want,
Yeah.
and that's what they're. That's just them. You know, that's just kind of like what they have for the
Yeah.
the magazine.
And then on the back we
then
have,
you have
again
all
these are all of the combat patrols,
And then you have all the paints
and
down
then
here.
down here you get all the paints.
Paints. And you want to explain what these things are? Because
Um,
what are these again? These are the
these are
like the death markers or whatever, like the kill markers or
wound
hit
markers.
The hit
they're
markers.
for wounds.
Yeah, the wound markers. There we go.
So yeah, you use
So like
those.
every time you're like one of these gets a one of these guys gets a wound, you put these
Yeah.
next to it, and that's however many wounds he gets. That's how many.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of these, so I'm probably gonna start going in. I'm gonna do like
Yeah.
a half dozen that say one wound, and then write 2 wounds.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
that
you got so much of those things.
yeah.
I
That
think
these
you got a
I
little
can.
too much.
No, you can never have too many of these wound
Yeah.
markers,
Oh,
as
yeah,
far as I'm
true.
concerned.
I know.
Because there are some vehicles, and I can say this for absolute certainty: the Tantalus had 18 wounds. So
It's
it
good to
literally,
have- it's good to have those extra markers though. Then.
yeah. So it's like, drop that 18 on it, so that it's there, and then once you start dropping, you have those extra markers for the numbers of loss,
Yeah.
so that it's like, yeah. Let's see. The largest things that have got the highest wounds are the big Titans.
The big Titans.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
gonna be fun.
Well, a Titan.
And those Titans.
Some
are,
of these Titans are
So
this
the
tall.
Titans are these guys, right?
No.
Titan Titans. You're
Yeah.
talking about the Titan Titans. They're about how tall?
A Warlord Titan stands probably close to
So it's
2
like
feet.
almost like a life size model, almost. Not quite life size.
Yeah, it'd be like I said, it's almost 2 feet.
So it's
For-
like a dwarf model, pretty much.
Yeah, it's they're easily 15 pounds.
Nice.
Made
they got some
of,
heft to it. They got
forged
some heft-
wool
got
resin.
some heft to it though.
Oh yeah. Forged wool resin. Yeah, heavy.
Heavy material.
Oh yeah.
You can actually paint them though too, can't you?
Oh yeah. But there's a lot of
So,
pressure.
you have to actually have an airbrush and stuff too to do that one.
It's a good shot at that. And then on the back, this is what it shows. We open up the paints on 4, and then on the 5th one, we get the new Infernus Marine Sergeant, which is an absolutely cool. And this is an exclusive model to just the combat patrol. This model here is exclusive.
There you go.
Alrighty. Set that. No, set that over
Longer
there.
to be
in-
doing this.
Yeah. So yeah. Again, thank you for watching. I know this one was a little bit long, but if you like what you see, please subscribe and hit that like button, and also share. And please, please, please leave a comment on
Definitely.
whether or not you like what we're doing or not. Again, thank you. I'm Lady Valrith, and
Alice.
And Steve.
we'll see you next time.